I'm Johnny Cook with the Pros Company. Today we're going to go over the procedures for installing a mechanical seal. Okay, first off, we're going to cover the components of the seal. Here we have the spring seat, the spring, the bellow and seat, the carbon, which fits inside the bellow, and the striker plate. The striker plate is going to be stationary. The spring and not the spring, but the bellows will turn as the shaft turns. Okay, next let's cover the cleanliness that we need to establish in putting this seal in. First off, all of your surfaces, your mating surfaces, need to be clean and stoned to ensure that we don't have any burrs that are going to prevent our seal or our surfaces from mating up correctly. So we'll do that on each surface here and here. Okay, next, all of our components need to be cleaned. We use denatured alcohol to clean the mating surfaces of the seal. We use brake cleaner to clean the mating surfaces of the housings. Oops. Also, in preparation for the installation, we need to rough the shaft up. That allows the bellows to get a good seat and seal on the shaft. We do that with 180 grit sandpaper. Also, all of your bolts need to be clean. Don't want any kind of contaminants in the bottom of your bolt holes. Make sure we get a good lock on the threads, and also we don't have anything keeping our bolts from seating all the way down. Once we've got all of our surfaces clean, it'll be time for the installation of the seal. We clean our surfaces, including the shaft, with a clean rag and brake cleaner. Okay. Now we'll go ahead with the procedure of installing the seal. Our lubrication that we're going to use is P80. P80 is a water-based emulsifier. As you install the seal, it will provide lubrication, and through a short bit of time, it will evaporate and allow the bellows to lock onto the shaft and stay stationary. So we install the seal seat, we install the spring. We will also use the P80, lubricating our O-ring for our stationary portion of our seal. Okay, we've placed the P80 on the shaft. We're also going to place P80 inside the bellows to make sure that our seal will slide easily enough on our shaft. What you always want to remember is the mating surfaces of the seal must be very, very clean. We use denatured alcohol with extremely soft tissue paper to clean these mating surfaces. Mating surfaces are the carbon in the bellow and also the striker plate. When you install a seal, you always want to make sure that your bolts are good and secure. We use a medium strength thread locker to ensure that our bolts don't back out due to any type of vibration or something of that nature. Also, in the installation of a seal, we always place transmission fluid between the mating surfaces of the seal to ensure that our surfaces are not dry. Once we have our lubrication on our mating surfaces, now we'll go ahead with the installation of the seal onto the housing. As you're pulling the seal cap down to its mated surface, you want to be sure and go in an even pattern, a quarter turn per bolt. cross pattern until the housing is actually seated. If you pull one side all the way down before you go to the other side, you're very likely to crack the carbon of the seal. Once you get the seal cap down against the housing, you'll want to be sure and torque the bolts to the specified specs. You never want to use an impact wrench for this process. The vibration of the impact wrench could also be a factor that would crack the carbon of your seal. We used an anaerobic glue to seal the seal housing to the pump. Some pumps will use a gasket, some will use an O-ring. So just be sure to use the one which is applicable in your case.